Professor Kithure Kindiki got the embarrassment of his time yesterday when the crowds that were gathered in Embu decided to chant and sing for Rigathi Gachagua as the people's deputy president. Rigathi Gachagua has all of a sudden become a darling of the people, while Professor Kindiki has been branded to be a puppet and a man whose only job description is to say, "Yes, sir," to President William Ruto's directives. Here is the clip. Now, this was witnessed at the end of the celebrations encompassing the installation and consecration of Peter Kimani as bishop. Now, I waited patiently and watched for the master of ceremony to give former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua the microphone to at least say his name, at least say hi to the people, but my waiting was in vain. I expected that Rigathi Gachagua would speak first, followed by the current Deputy President, Professor Kithure Kindiki, and then retired President Uhuru Kenyatta, and finally the sitting President, President William Ruto. Interestingly, Rigathi Gachagua was denied the microphone. And even when you look at the sitting arrangement, his seat was set very far from both Kindiki, Ruto, and Uhuru Kenyatta. Something interesting happened when Archbishop Anthony Muheria mentioned and recognized the presence of Rigathi Gachagua as former deputy president. The crowds exploded in angelic cheers. This was not witnessed when Professor Kindiki ascended to the podium to deliver his remarks. Take a look.
I would also like at this moment also to recognize our former deputy president, who is also here.
But why was Rigathi Gachagua never allowed to speak or greet the congregation at Embu? I thought this was a religious function because a bishop was being installed. I would understand if it would have been a political rally, but now this one was different. There were priests, there were bishops and cardinals sitting all over the place, and the entire arena should have been taken over by the Holy Spirit, who in essence does not discriminate leaders on the basis of impeached versus current, or on the basis of former versus sitting president, and so on and so forth. But anyway, I will leave that discussion for you to tell me what you think about the saga in the comment section. Now, Kenyans are very interesting people. We have a tendency to appreciate something once it has gone from us, and we can no longer have access to it. When President Uhuru Kenyatta was in power, nearly everybody thought that this guy should just retire and go home, but barely 2 years after Uhuru Kenyatta retired, we can now see quite clearly that he was a real gem. The cost of living has increased after Uhuru Kenyatta retired. NHIF that worked perfectly well has been scrapped and replaced by the so-called Social Health Authority, or SHA. HELB has been interfered with. Mama Mboga is even more suffering than the way she used to do when Uhuru was in power. The Ruto regime says the economy has improved, but money is not in the pockets of the common mwananchi. Money is ideally in the pockets of elite business class who do not make up the majority of the Kenyan population. The US government nowadays interferes with our internal issues more than ever. When President Uhuru told us that we should vote the other way, majority of Kenyans gave a deaf ear. Wacheni sasa Zakayo aongoze. On the same note, Rigathi Gachagua is no longer the deputy president, and you can see the love and warmth that a lot of people have given to him. Kenyans can now appreciate the fighting spirit and the truthfulness, if at all that is the word, that the former deputy president has exhibited. In fact, he has become like an opposition in government itself. Now that he is out, we have to appreciate the nature and freedom of his thinking. Ladies and gentlemen, do let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more informative content such as this. Cheers.